18.4. Black line is flush, and that was 2-1 turn additional.
All right, on which bolt?
13.
M13, 18.4, 21 additional for 25 turns. Green light, black line flush. You have a go for 14. And Raja, while you're up there, no sudden moves on the mass canister or the mod kit. Move slowly on the BGA. And maximum lateral loads are not a whole lot, so be gentle up there. Avoid cyclic loading. And do not impart forces into the mod kit struts when not fully installed. I'll give you guys a call when it's fully installed. And battery and adapter plate cables on the IEA are potential snag hazards.
Green line, lights, black line flush, 18.4, 0 turns additional.
And I believe I copied 20 additional turns for 24 total green light and a black line that's flush. Okay, that's a good M13 and 14. Please verify, after you put your PGT away, verify the center pad, MLI, and pit pin.
Center pad, MLI, and pit pin look good, and the MLI on the mounting bracket side is in work.
Stand by on the other MLI.
Okay, stand by.
Yeah, just the center pad, MLI, and pit pin. And then you're going to move the long PGT, so once you've verified those.
Center pad, MLI, and pit pin look good, and understand need to grab the long PGT.
Okay, Kayla, actually, you have a go.
We're kind of on edge making that call whether come over.
That's what I start.
There you go, headache.
I was going to say, you can do that MLI now if you want to, or you can just leave it for Raja to do. So your choice, and then we're going to move the long PGT, the one with the 7/16 6-inch wobble.
For Raja.
Yeah, concur.
I do that. I'll leave it for Raja because it should be a little bit easier for him. And I'm working on the PGT now.
Okay, yep, you're going to move the long PGT from the strut bag to the right upper strut handrail, stanchion nearest the center pad. And there is a RET and adjustable in the bag that you can use. All right, Roger, don't worry. We're getting to you soon.
No worries. One thing I did notice, I've got the ingress aid pulled back, but I can't actually push it down as I can't reach the knob to unlock it to get it to go down.
Okay, copy that. If you do want to compress it even just a couple inches, sometimes you can, as you twist.
Pull it back, though.
Copy, pull back. Try twisting the handle a little bit, kind of yaw it. As you push down, that might collapse it an inch or two.
I'll keep trying that, but not get much motion out of it.
Okay,
if I
roger that.
canister, I could bend over and do it, but I can't bend over without my helmet hitting the mass canister.
Okay,
right,
roger
the long
that.
PGT is in place.
Okay, copy that, Kayla. And Roger, it's just a reminder that ingress aid, we're tucking it because we've seen it knock that BRT tab loose and dislodge BRT. So just be aware of that. All right, so we're going to set up to hand off the upper triangle so that we can install to the mass canister. Let's see. So now, Kayla, we're going to transfer the upper triangle with the PGT to EV2, and you can leave them on the bag. It's a RET in series.
Let me know when Hopefully you got visibility on the triangle.
The part of it, but can't quite reach it yet.
I'm going to work on rotating it around a bit to give you the right side first.
Just over 1 hour and 7 minutes into today's spacewalk, Barron and Chari are currently focusing on the build out of the 3A bracket for the solar array modification kit. The new solar arrays, which are set to be delivered to the space station on upcoming commercial resupply service missions, are a larger version of the rollout solar arrays, or ROSA technology, and will ultimately increase the station's total available power from 160 kilowatts up to 215 kilowatts. We do have a special guest with us today on the line. Jeremiah McNatt is a photovoltaic technology lead. Hi, Jeremiah.
Hi, Shaniqua. Pointing up. And so remember how this mechanism works. You're going to engage the left side first.
Thank you for having me on
It's up and
today.
down to engage it. If it doesn't slide all the way in, it's up and down a little bit till they engage, and then you're going to pivot it to the right to engage the soft dock.
Jeremiah, can you please explain to us what a photovoltaic technology lead is?
Certainly. I'm the photovoltaic technology lead at NASA Glenn Research Center, where we do a lot of research and development efforts for new photovoltaic devices through arrays.
Actually,
and
Caleb,
my role as the tech lead
PGT,
is to oversee all of the projects that we have that we're working on, look for new ideas and new concepts to start to pursue in the future, and then support flight missions such as what's happening with the iROSA arrays and with Gateway and Artemis to photovoltaic systems on the lunar surface.
That is amazing. And you did mention just now the iROSA solar arrays. Why are they important technology for us right now?
ROSA and the iROSA arrays are super important. As you said at the beginning, they're going to add more power to the space station. The ROSA arrays were developed over the past 10 years or so, and we've seen in the past couple of years a demonstration on space station, and they were just used on the DART mission. And the benefits of ROSA is that you can store a lot more solar array in a much smaller package. So the arrays that are being deployed for iROSA are about 20 kilowatts each, and they're stowed in one very small, compact rolled tube that can then be put into different commercial resupply vehicles. So a much easier way to get a lot of power up into space. We're going to continue that when we use them on Gateway, on the power and propulsion element, and also maybe on the lunar surface.
Okay, copy, Roger. Good job on getting that soft dock. I've got some PGT settings for you when you're ready.
That's awesome, Jeremiah. And I know you mentioned the Gateway. Can you explain a little bit about Gateway and how the technology that you guys are looking at now will help for future exploration in deep space?
Certainly. So I'll first talk a little bit about iROSA to Gateway.
Okay, and then it's going to
be... The iROSA arrays are around 20 kilowatt each. The arrays that are going to be on Gateway, on the power and propulsion element, are 30 kilowatts each. So a little bit larger, about 50% larger in size. And what's really unique and what's different between what's happening on Space Station and what's going to happen on Gateway is that when the power and propulsion element of Gateway is launched, those arrays will open autonomously. They'll open on their own. Currently, what people are seeing right now on Space Station is an adapter bracket is being installed, an installation bracket. And then later on, when those iROSA arrays make it up to Space Station, they will be deployed with support of the astronauts. For Gateway, they'll be deployed on their own and will provide power throughout that mission. The power and propulsion element is just one of the different components of Gateway. There's also going to be other modules that will attach to it. And while that's orbiting the moon, it's going to be a great stopping point and a stepping off point for astronauts to go to the lunar surface, to continue to do research on the moon, and then also eventually be able to be used to let us go further out, to go to Mars, and to continue to explore the solar system.
And that's amazing. Thank you, Jeremiah, for your time this morning. That's Jeremiah McNett, the photovoltaic technology lead, going over some of the great work that these modification and IROSA solar arrays will help do on the International Space Station and our future with the Gateway. Thank you, Jeremiah.
Copy. 2 turns each,
Thank you.
5 through 8. And with the same PGT settings and 2 turns on all 4 bolts, now we can drive M5 through 8 to torque a minimum of 3 additional turns.
Buddy, driving all 3 of torque, there's 3 additional turns. Start with M5.
And an update, the crew is complete with the 3A upper bracket build task and are beginning the installation of the center pad to the mass canister.
But you guys are already getting some interesting lighting conditions up there. Just do what you got to do.
AM5, 4.7 additional turns, good green lights, and 3.1.
Copy. Was at 4.7 additional turns, green light on M5.
Like 5.3 turns on M8, good green light, 3.6.
Copy. 5.3 additional turns for 7.3 total green light on M8.
AM6, 5.3 turns, good green light, 3.8.
M6, 5.3 green light.
And M7, 5.1 turns, green light, 3.7.
Copy. 5.1 additional for 7.1 total on M7 with a green light. That's a good M5 through 8. Okay, Roger. Now you're going to transfer the long PGT with the RET and adjustable combo from the upper triangle to Kayla.
Work on getting in position for that, Roger.
And Kayla, you're going to stow that on your swing arm.
Roger.
Once you get control of it, I'll take the other side of the red off. It's above your head. Trying to put the socket down in front of you.
I got it.
All right. Once you have a red eye, let me know and I'll let go of this one.
I'm back. Hey, I've got a mini workstation right on it.
Okay. Coming back.
Okay.
It's back at the PGT.
Okay. Now that wound around the mounting bracket, right, so I'm just going to work on doing that.
Roger that, Kayla. Take your time, and that's going on your swing arm. And Raja, you're going to release the mounting bracket Brett when you're ready.
Working on my swing arm here.
Mounting bracket Red's coming back to the bag.
All right, Raja, and we're a minute 45 seconds to handover. If you can verify the grounding pip pins, there should be 2 are installed into the grounding block, and the MLI for the left and right upper strut is closed. And I believe we left that left upper strut MLI for you to do.
I'm working on that right now. Both grounding pip pins are installed, and I'm just tightening the MLI now. And MLI is closed. I think I'm good to get out the APFR. Is that correct?
In just a second, yes. Verify the upper triangle is not rotated up.
It's not. It is down towards my waist.
Copy. And then once you're both able, we'll take glove, hap, and gauntlet checks from you, and then you can egress the APFR and adjust 25 seconds to a handover, and I'll catch you on the other side.
When I do this APFR egress, Kayla, I may need your
And EV1, EV2, Houston's back with you.
I got gloves. Same as baseline with the exception of there's some new smudging. It looks like maybe some of the labels on the struts are kind of rubbing off onto my gloves because I can see some mirror image letters on my fingers. But everything else looks good. My hap is dry, and my gauntlets are down.
Copy. Dry hap, good gauntlets. And for EV1's gloves, you've got some smudging. You believe it's ink from the strut labels.
Good copy.
And for EV2, you've got a dry hat, gauntlets are down, and some smudges on my right pinky, ring finger, and index finger, and left ring finger. Just some like smudge marks.
Copy. Dry hap, good gauntlets, and smudges on the right pinky, index, and ring finger, and left ring finger.
And with that, I'm going to egress the APFR if you're ready, guys.
You have a go to egress. And I've got...
eyes on your grinder. And be mindful of your safety feathers between your legs, so you may want to...
That's why I'm...
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we can see it in the camera view too. And so you may want to point your feet back toward your fair lead on the corner of the IEA and try to work it back between your legs into the front.
Move your heel outboard. Now kick it back. Yep, there you go. Inboard. Yep, now it's back in front.
Thanks.
And it's kind of crossing over the right side of your body.
Now 1 hour and 22 minutes into today's spacewalk, recapping some of the milestones today.
I didn't know if I think normally you would have wanted to tether off your right side.
Yep. Let's go off my
And
left.
because
So far today, the crew has gotten to their work site, completed a 3A upper bracket build out, and now has begun the installation of the center pad to the mass canister. They're currently doing a HAP and glove check.
there you go. Off to your right now.
Thanks. That should be good now. I got to go into 12 Papa Hotel 12 on APFR and shrink into WIFX.
Yep.
Good
And I'm standing by
APFR
with the
settings.
Upper left strut. Or correction, mid left strut.
And confirm, Roger, you said adjusting the WIFX extension to 1.
Correct.
Copy. And then, hey, before you get back in the APFR, if you want to run a fairlead down to that outboard aft corner of the IEA, that's off to your right. That may also help keep your tether in good config.
Yeah, let me do that while I'm down there doing the APFR or the WIFX.
Perfect.
Good idea.
And then last one, and I'll remind you before you get back in, if you want to loosen the friction on the ingress aid a little bit, that might help you tuck it away. And copy, Kayla, I heard you say you're grabbing that left mid-strut, straps 12 and 13, bottom right side of the bag.
Got it ready to go.
Copy. And so just something for you guys to think over. He can ingress, and then you can pass it, or you can pass it to him, and then he ingress the APFR. Over to you guys. You are going to do a ret swap on that one to Raj's BRT.
We plan on the ingress. Over.
Copy. You said ingress before the handoff?
Yeah.
Currently in an orbital nighttime, we see Chari and Baron using their helmet lights to fully install brackets excuse me, we see Barron and Chari as they install the 3A center pad to the mass canister. The crew has completed the center pad install, and they are now moving on to the installation of the left struts.
We came up again, so when I'm done setting this, I'm going to go back and maybe put an adjustable down there.
Roger that.
We copy. Yeah, I see you loosening the friction on the ingress aid. Yeah, just enough so that you can push it down and it'll stay where you leave it.
All right, we got 12, Papa, Hotel 12. The lift X is back down to 1.
Copy. Those are good settings and confirm the pitch knobs popped out.
Good pop out, yep. I'm going to go work on trying to put this tether somewhere so it doesn't keep snagging on me.
Roger, you may want to give your waist tether a tug just to get it a little higher. You reel? There you go. I wanted to get caught behind you again.
Thanks. I popped off this handrail, so it's behind my legs, though.
It's crossing your body over your left knee right now. There you go. You should see it now coming around.
Tally, thanks. Do I have time to pause here? I can go ahead and put an adjustable down with this fairly.
If you like it, I love it. Yeah, sounds good.
All right, Kayla.
No problem. Waste the time.
Yep, take your time, Roger. And then if you could, let us know the handrail that you put the adjustable on, or where you put it.
That's inboard recessed one.
The one just after.
42.
Say again, Roger.
242.
Is that 2242?
I guess the place that, yep, yeah, it was the original one we were going to set. It's just I put an adjustable there instead of wrapping it around.
Copy, yep, an adjustable on 2242.
What are you doing for the ingress grinder? Watch that roll total.
Thank you.
Reels. Yeah, there you go.
Roger. Well, I think the roll changed on me, did it? Cool.
Might be pushing the yaw pedal right now. There, it looks square again.
Yeah, it's my fault. Okay. Yep. Want to make sure. Move.
Watch that yaw pedal.
Unfortunately, I made this ingress A too loose now.
Yeah, Roger, and if you got to leave it rigid, that's fine. We'll just keep an eye on that BRT.
Well, it definitely gave you a hard time bending over before, so I want to stand that since this time I have to bend over for those bolts down the line.
Yep. And then just a reminder, Raja, not to use the mod kit for the APFR ingress or egress. Gotta say it.
No, understood. That's why it's taking me. Trying to avoid touching that triangle. Let me tighten it a little bit more here. Wait up, I can still move it. I think I'm in on the right. No?
Right heel doesn't look locked into me. Might be in too deep. Maybe if it feels good, I have kind of a weird angle.
The left is in. Nope, you're right. The right's not quite in.
I don't think your left is in either. I think you have your toes in too deep.
Okay.
So you need to back the one you're going to actuate out before you rotate inboard. Maybe try wedging one toe and then working the other heel, and then circle back for the first one.
Okay.
And a little, if you're working your left, you might be in a little too deep, so back your toe out a little bit. You're working your left foot right now?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah, you're in too deep, so I would start again with your heel out and up. Okay, now there you go. Now rotate inboard. Further, till it drops down. Almost there. Rotate further inboard. And you might need to back your toe out. Now rotate in. That's right.
Almost like my toe got wedged in there.
There you go. That's the roll pedal. I don't think anything's blocking you. I think your toes are
going in too deep.
Yeah, your toes are in too deep. So you need to keep your heel back, rotate your heel inboard till it drops down, then come forward.
And hey, Raja, one other thing that helps to keep your feet flat to the boot plate. It's tempting to lean forward and look at your toes, but actually squat down a little bit, put some bend in your knees, and even slightly lean back, just a tad.
On my right side.
Okay. I don't have great visibility on it because of where your safety tether rail is, but I might be able to check once you think you're in.
Okay, I think the left's in.
That looks good, Brandon.
Right, I think I'm in too deep.
I agree.
I'm caught on my reel or something.
If you want, you could kick your reel out to the right with your foot. But I don't think it's in your way. Your safety tether is between your legs again. You'd have to sweep your foot, your right toe inboard and behind it. And you've got to cross more toward your left if you want to capture it, or maybe pull on your waist tether. Oh, it's almost there.